It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Panthers, leader at quarterback.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to... The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
12 yards on that hookup. First down, Washington.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. The open receiver is Dotson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They send him right out of the slot. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's to the rookie from South Carolina, Xavier Legette. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's the former Steeler, Deontay Johnson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. He keeps it himself.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This one from 39 yards out. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Panthers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
The Commanders' offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll set out in search of a 1st touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. The motion man here is McLaurin. They run over center with Robinson. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Play is made there by DJ Wanham. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. As we check the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he is right up there among the best in the NFL. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one complete. It's Ian Thomas. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Back to the air one more time. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, he's got Liggett. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here, and he's in. Ja'Tavion Sanders. Touchdown, Carolina. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Panthers take a 10-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
Let's go now.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Throwing now, Daniels. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Third and a yard, it's Daniels. That one secured by the tight end Bates. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Running right up the gut, it's Eckler. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Panthers offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice
pressure, gets there, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
He'll drop to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. This throw left side taken in by Johnson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Commanders' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line. The veteran, Jadeveon Clowney, still at it, and he still has it. He gets the sack.
Clowney comes up with the big sack, and you can make an argument, Mike, that he's coming off his best season of his career. 9.5 sacks just a year ago. Now he's back home in the Carolinas, where he's already making his presence felt.
Third and long, and here's Daniels. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone, and that is a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Returnable from the 17. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And good blocking up front. paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Robinson. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Jaden Daniels, you look at his time at LSU, Mike, and he certainly had great wide receivers to throw to. But now being a rookie quarterback and having the veteran presence of a guy like Terry McLaurin, that is such a comfort for any young quarterback getting his feet under him in this league.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They run. Eckler. In a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Daniels. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They'll throw with Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll get that to Zacchaeus. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Throwing again, Daniels. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. They'll try to run with Robinson. The Panthers will take their first timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll go. Here's Daniels.
There's nothing worse than having to settle for a field goal when you're in the red zone. So they roll the dice here. They leave the offense on the field, and boy, does it pay off. Great job by the quarterback extending this drive with his legs, and he sets up first and goal.
Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders are back within a score. They trail now by 6.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Derek Carr, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England, as we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Panthers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
He's just such a hard guy to get on the ground. You can see just his strength and his ability to fight through contact. But give credit to the defense. They kept coming after him, and eventually they got him down on the ground, and they got him down for a loss.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is all about sensing the pressure. You can see him keeping his eyes downfield as long as he can. But ultimately he decides, I got to tuck this ball and become a runner. He's able to avoid the sack, pick up some positive yards.
Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Commanders offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
Nice run there by Eckler, and he continues to be a productive back here in his 8th season in the NFL, and it's one of the main reasons why the Commanders targeted him back in March.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he'll run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
He'll try to run for it. And Daniels will have the first down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact. Gain of 12 and a first down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Daniels. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he will have the Commanders' first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1. The man in motion is Zacchaeus. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. Daniels now going to look to throw. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Throwing on second down, Daniel. He's got his man Brown. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long. Now Daniels. Now he'll run it. A gain of 15. Well done. Facing 3rd and 14, they pick it up.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
They face 2nd down and 7. Dotson, the man in motion. On play action, Daniels. That is caught. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. Now Dave Canales has reached for the red challenge flag, and they'll get a second look. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the 1st of their 3 timeouts for the half. A pitch to Robinson. Good blocking, and he's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. The next drive about to get going. I want to remind you what's coming up in primetime this week. Week 7 already in the NFL. We have the Jets and Steelers on Sunday Night Football. And then coming up tomorrow night, the last of our Monday doubleheaders for the year. Ravens-Bucks from Tampa at 8:15. That's followed out west by the Chargers and Cardinals from the desert.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And that is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards.
Still 3rd down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. He needed 13, and that's exactly what he got. By the nose of the football, it's a first down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
They'll look to throw again. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Next way. Opposite. Green. Quick. Yellow.
Now, faking the give. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the air one more time. That's to the right side and corralled by Thielen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run it with Brooks. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. He'll have it by plenty. It was 3rd and 2. They picked up 8. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll look underneath here for Brooks. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They motion the slot man left. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. They need one right now. 3rd and long. He's got it inside the 5. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Panthers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Big moment coming up for the Panthers as they will go for 2. He'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. They'll go play action here with Daniels. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Third and long, and here's Daniels. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson. On second down, it's Brooks. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Catch made right side by Thomas. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. He'll drop to throw. To get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Ready.
Here's a handoff to Brooks. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. On third down, here's Brooks. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. On now is the punt team for the Panthers, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their... They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. And not much room to speak of there. He'll get this one only to about the 3. Second down, 8 for the first down. They'll drop to throw. That one complete to Brian Robinson. Here's a big one. This third down. Daniels now going to look to throw. That's taken in by Doxson. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout. We'll stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That's caught! And it's a touchdown! They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to... Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin with a zone read. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. He'll run again. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.